Alright, this video is for Jared as well as for the service crew that will be performing the work, so we're all on the same page. I'll walk through what will be done on the cleanup. So first of all, is weeding all the beds. Things like this in the beds will get cleaned out. These bushes up front here on the terrace are pretty overgrown. They'll be trimmed back quite a bit, a good 30% taken off of those. They grow like weeds. The lawn will be mowed. Underneath the deck there's some foliage growing. We'll knock that down, spray underneath this deck as well. All the weeds throughout the beds will be pulled. These areas here, trying to create a defined edge along the beds, pulling out these blackberries and just spraying all underneath the deck there. There's some grasses coming up through the kinnikinnick and ground cover, so we'll pull that out as well. All this will get mowed here on the side of the house as well, all these dandelions. We'd recommend 2 weed and feed treatments to get a handle on some of these dandelions. It's not going to be enough to knock them out completely, but if we don't do that, they are going to take over. So we'd recommend 2 of those spread out 6 weeks apart from each other. Also on this back fence, we should trim the all this brush back a good 2 to 3 feet, at least 2 feet on the other side of the fence. Otherwise, it's just going to keep continuing to encroach and grow thicker and stronger. So these blackberries that are starting to come over, really cutting them back, and all of this brush, the ferns, all this stuff, just cutting it back and pulling the weeds that are growing all throughout this bed here and just keeping this at bay. Also creating a nice edge along all of this will be established during the cleanup. Pulling out these weeds that are growing throughout. These blackberries that are starting to pop up because of this brush coming over. So we really got to focus on pushing this back. It's pretty thick, but we got to get that done. Some of these bigger weeds that are growing, let's go ahead and just pull those in addition to the weed and feed. The soil quality below the grass is very poor. That's why everything's so dead. There's a lot of gravel you can see. But a weed and feed, a couple of those should really help at least keep the weeds from completely taking over. And in the driveway area, the perimeter needs to be sprayed. There's lots of weeds coming up in the cracks of the driveway around the perimeter. These steps here, all in the gravel areas. A lot of weeds just popping through, so pull them, spraying all of those. This flower bed here, let's just blow this all off, clean it up a bit, rake it out, pull out the weeds. Again, the cracks of the driveway along here, out of this drain. Let's clear this drain out. Try to so it's not clogged once the rain starts falling. This kinnikinnick and stuff, let's just trim this up along the bottom and then get all these vines that are growing out front driveway here, pulling all these weeds in the beds, raking out the beds, and just overall tidying it up. All these vines are starting to grow throughout the bushes, just pulling all these out. Up front here, pulling out the weeds that are growing up in the kinnikinnick, trimming the kinnikinnick a couple feet above the ground level to keep it tidy. And that's it.